Welcome to English Without Limits. In today's lesson, we're going to learn about the future progressive tense. It's a little different from the future simple tense that we talked about a few lessons ago. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to form the future progressive tense, how to use it, and what it means. I hope you enjoy the lesson. A couple of lessons ago, we began to learn about adverbs. We learned that some adverbs tell you how things happened. But then in our last lesson, we learned that there are other adverbs, and some tell you when it happened, some tell you why it happened, and some tell you under what conditions it happened. Let's join the class as they begin to review these adverbs.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Good. Do you remember what we talked about last class? Who remembers? We were talking more again about adverbs, right? We were doing a second series of adverbs, and we were learning about adverbs that tell when, why, and under what conditions. Yeah, that's right. We did learn about adverbs that tell how. That was 2 lessons ago. So, who can give me an example of an adverb that tells why? I will go home.
I will come home because my bag is cold.
Good, so that's right. So because there is actually a preposition, but we're using it in an adverbial, it's used in a phrase which is functioning as an adverb. That's right, so it's telling us why. How about condition? Who remembers condition? Oh, if. Very good. I can come over if I clean my room. Right? The condition is if I clean my room. Very good. And what about when?
Yesterday.
What happened?
Tomorrow.
Yes, give it. How about in a sentence?
I will go yesterday.
I went yesterday. Very good. Nice try. Yeah, yesterday I went to the farm. Or yesterday I went to my friends. Yesterday I went to my grandparents. Very good. Good job.
Let's review some of this together. The teacher reminded us that in our last lesson, we learned that some adverbs explain when, some adverbs explain why, and some adverbs explain under what conditions things happen. If you're using an adverb that answers the question when it happened, we would use words like tomorrow, or yesterday, early, later, often, rarely, seldom, or never. All these are adverbs that tell us when something happened. If something happens tomorrow, or if something happens often, or if something never happens. That tells us something about it. Sometimes we use a phrase to tell us when it happens. We can say, I brush my teeth in the morning. I do my homework after school. And these phrases, in the morning or after school, they answer the question, when. And remember, some of the adverbs answer the question, why we do something. If I use a phrase to do that, it would be something like, I went to the store. Why? I went to the store to get some bread. Or I could use another phrase. I went to the store because I work there. Or I could use another phrase. I went to the store because my mother told me to. When we say why something happens, we usually use a phrase rather than a single word. And some adverb phrases tell us under what conditions it happened. Once again, to answer the question under what conditions, we usually use a phrase rather than a single word. So I can say something like, I went fishing, and then I would add a phrase. I went fishing in the morning. That would answer the question when. But if I want to answer the question under what conditions, I could say, I went fishing by myself. That is, no one went with me. Or I went fishing with a friend. My friend came. Or I went fishing in the rain. It wasn't very nice fishing in the rain. Or I could say, I went fishing in a big boat. And that would tell you the conditions under which it happened. So now it's your turn. Let's practice this a little bit. I will put a sentence on the screen. In the sentence is an adverb or an adverb phrase. You must identify the adverb or adverb phrase, say what it is, and then you must tell whether it answers the question how, when, why, or under what conditions. For example, if I give you this sentence, Vika does her homework every day, the adverb is every day, and it answers the question when she does her homework. All right? So now it's your turn to do that. Are you ready? Let's begin. Dima does his homework every day. Please pause the video, write down the adverb and what question it answers. Every day answers the question when. Samir does his chores quickly. Quickly answers the question how. Jenny is walking home in the snow. In the snow answers the question under what conditions. We go to the store to get our groceries. To get our groceries answers the question why. We must be quiet so we don't bother others. So we don't bother others answers the question why. Misha carefully put the dishes away. Carefully answers the question how. If his mother says yes, Roslan will stay for supper. If his mother says yes, answers the question under what conditions. My grandfather comes to visit in the spring. In the spring answers the question when. A while ago, we learned about the future simple tense. The future simple just tells us that something is going to happen in the future, and it tells us maybe when it's going to happen. Now, we're going to learn today about the future progressive tense. Sometimes it's called the future continuous tense. It's the same thing. And this tells us that something's going to happen in the future, but it also gives us more information about it. We form it differently from the future simple, and it means something a little different. Let's join the class as they begin to learn about the future progressive tense.
All right, so today we're going to look at future progressive tense. Now, sometimes we call this future continuous. Why do we call it future continuous?
Maybe because I will do something.
It's a continuous action, right? Now, remember in the past we've studied past progressive, right? I was going, right? I was cooking. This time, it's in the future. What does future mean?
What's gonna be?
Tomorrow.
It will happen, right?
Yeah.
It describes an event that will be happening. In the future, that it hasn't already happened yet, right? And it also describes this event in relation to something else. So I will be going to see my friend after school, right? So will be going, when will I be going? After school, right? So we have the time. There's a time contingent there too. So let's take a look at our handy dandy sheets. When we are making verb construction in future progressive, we use this format. Okay? Will plus be plus our verb, and we add ing to our verb. So this is how we form it. Why am I using will? Because it's future tense. It's something that will happen. That's very good. So I will be what?
I will be action that continues.
Pick an action.
Swimming.
I will be
Swimming.
when?
Walking.
Tomorrow.
I will be swimming tomorrow. Yeah, and we can even add more detail than that, right? I will be swimming tomorrow evening, right? I will be swimming. What else?
I will swimming. No.
I will be swimming when it is my swimming lesson, right? During my swimming lesson, right? I will be swimming while you are doing your homework. That sounds like a little more fun. So let's take a look at some other examples. Okay. I've got some verbs printed out here. Let's make some sentences. I will be when?
Go to school.
Oh, this might be your mother talking to you.
Yeah.
I will be cooking while you are at school tomorrow, right? Or when you're at school tomorrow. Another one. Who can think of another sentence? Will be cooking. We don't have to say I. We can use somebody else as a subject. How about Leanna will be cooking? Oh, baking cookies. Leanna will be baking cookies before I go to her house tomorrow, so that we can eat cookies together. Okay, we've got another one. Whoops. So we will be playing when? We will be playing football. Oh, when it will be a tea party? So we will be playing when it's the tea party, or when it is the party, right? Or during the party. That's right. So remember, we're looking towards a future event, right? Something that has not happened yet in relation to another action that's taking place at the time. Okay, very good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you all a verb. Ready? This is you. You. Here you are. Oh, now you get to be my helpers. That's what this means. Okay, can every verb please stand at the front of the room, facing the other class? Everybody stand up, please. Okay, come right here. And hold your, all face the same way. You can all stand right here. Okay. Now, let's see your verbs. What you need to do is, you need to make a sentence with your verb in the future progressive tense. Okay. Who would like to start? You want to start, Dima? Okay.
I'll be, or
When you're old enough.
Yes.
Okay, so Dima will be working when he is old enough. Very good. You can have a seat. I'm in yours, actually. Okay, good job. You can move on over. Move over. Okay, go ahead.
I am talking with my friends when I have free time.
Okay, let's put it in this form. I will be talking with my friends when you have free time. That's good. Yeah. That means you must be studying really hard right now because you don't have any free time. Okay. Do you guys want to try? Do you want to try a sentence, Lana? You want to try? Okay. Will be walking. Let's help Lana.
I will
Yeah.
be walking.
When?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, but we're in the future. That's past. Liana will be walking to school next year. Let's say next year because there's no more school, right? So Liana will be walking to school next year. Very good. You can have a seat. Vika, do you want to try yours?
I play with my friends.
Mm-hmm. When? When? Maybe after I'm finished my work, right? So Vika will be playing with her friends after she finishes her work. Very good. You can sit down. Misha.
I will be eating chicken.
When?
When?
Tell me when. I will be eating chicken tomorrow for supper. Right? For supper tomorrow night. Very good. Good job.
Will be running to my friends.
I will be running to my friends. When will you be running to your friends? Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow to play. Very good. You will be running to your friends.
I will be
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Tonight? That's right. You will be sleeping tonight. Good. You can keep your verbs. How many of you remember the future simple tense? Future simple.
I will do something.
Future simple is, that's right, will plus the verb, right? Will plus verb. So let's look at this one. Future progressive says, I will be swimming. Future simple would say, what would future simple say? I will swim. Right? So future simple, again, is a plan for a future action. So we don't use this be, and we don't use our ing. We use, who has a verb out there? Let's do some future simple sentences. Okay. Oh, I can give you girls this. Okay, talk. Can you come up here, please? Sasha, can you please come up with your verb? Okay. Can you put yours up there? Let's make a sentence with will talk. Can you put talk right there? Just hold it for us. I'll hold the one side. Okay. I will talk with my friend. Now remember what our future progressive was. I will be talking with my friends. Right? That's right. Now our future simple only says, I will talk. Okay. How about play? Can you bring play up here? The verb to play. Yep. Let's put it up right here. Okay. Let's make a sentence.
Will play.
Yes. So Vika, I will play.
I will play Is my